There we go, I'm just back. I'm getting my daughter at nursery. There's not enough of my head and too much of my clavage going on there. Yeah, my friends and I don't know how to categorise this, I'm just gonna like jump right into it. My friends and I were having discussions about bringing back the dead. And excuse me because my scarf is going back on because it's fucking cold. Yeah, bringing back the dead. And the complications of the attachment of an essence or a soul or your human spark. I don't know, we talk about weird things, these things happen, right? So whether you're religious or not, whatever it is called, your kinetic energy. Kinetic is the energy that is moving, isn't it? Well, let's just call it energy anyway. Your energy that makes up your being, rather than just a reanimated corpse. Because I, for one, think that the ability to reanimate a corpse is already available. It's already there. People know how to do it. Because in my argument I says to them, think about in like Victorian times, when people were very into medical science and the advancement of medical science and actually cutting up a human body for to see how it actually works, they can then, and they still can now, take a dead frog and conduct energy through a dead frog or dead being and make muscles move. So the ability to do that and all the stuff that we can do nowadays, I think that somebody somewhere knows how to put enough energy through a corpse to reanimate it so that it's not just hooked up to things and being shocked electrically. I think that it's just, to me it would just be common sense that in Victorian times they can conduct energy through a dead frog for to watch its legs kick. And all the medical advancements and scientific advancements that they have nowadays, things that we can do, to me it would just make sense that somebody somewhere can animate a corpse. But the thing that we were talking about bringing people back from the dead was the moral implication, social implication of it as well. So the socio-economic implication of it. Where would you draw the line? Because if you could bring back everybody that's ever lived, everybody that is currently alive and everybody that will be born, the earth couldn't hold all of us. There is no way that the earth could hold all of us. Without going into beliefs in reincarnation, that there wouldn't be enough souls for to fill every body and things like that, which then complicates the matter even more. As well as my friend brought up the point that if somebody has been dead a couple of 100 years, then there's nothing to reanimate, but then you can rebuild cells. We can rebuild cells, we can rebuild things, we can build tissue. It's genetically possible for us to build a human being. So then that would go into cloning and reproducing a genetic carbon copy of somebody. But then they would have to live their life again and the reconnection of a soul. Then's the thing, right? If you believe in an actual soul from a religious standpoint or a spiritual standpoint, as a soul is a separate entity from a person, it is proven that your energy, what is going through you right now, what you are, your essence, your human essence, your soul, is an actual thing. But just taking it from a religious viewpoint, say that you have been dead just a short while, maybe a week, a couple of weeks, a couple of hours, something like that. You've been dead a short while. Your soul leaves your body and goes to wherever it goes. you're maybe in limbo, you're maybe wandering the house, you're maybe just figuring out that you're dead. You've just went through the tunnel, you're in heaven, wherever you are. How do you suck that back? And how would you reattach it? Because to reanimate a corpse would just mean that it was an empty shell, which would then mean that it was a zombie. Not necessarily in the kind of way that a zombie is portrayed in modern culture, because the need to feed would not necessarily mean the need to kill another human being. It would not necessarily mean blood. It would just mean that it needed to feed. And would your basic human instincts be part of your biology, or would it be part of your human essence? So you may be reanimated and just walk. But then would you have a purpose to walk? So why would you walk if you had no purpose to do it? I've been watching stuff on like the outside mind, and the mind is a separate entity from your biological makeup. A lot of scientific lectures and talks and things on the human essence and your mind being something that inhabits your biological makeup, and I think it's very interesting. I hate how I talk, because look, it makes the teeth look like I've got half teeth. I've not got half teeth. But look, it's like one side of my mouth is higher than the other, so you can see half my teeth. Anyway, back to the thing. It's very interesting because I have my own religion and spirituality and things that I have, which is my answers, and I don't expect anybody else for to accept them. I expect you for to respect my decision to have such. I don't need you to respect my actual decisions, if that makes sense. Just be respectful towards each other, I think. But I can look at things from a spiritual, religious kind of viewpoint. I can also look at things from the viewpoint of, I'm not very scientific and I'm not really into science and things, but I think that having blind faith is just stupid. It's absolute stupidity. It's like me saying to you, oh, the sky is purple, and you going, yeah, because you know everything. Yeah, I accept that the sky is purple. I would want you to question me and ask them, so why is the sky purple? Why should I listen to you? So I have that kind of thing where I like to question things, and I like listening to different viewpoints and intellectual presentations on things, and I'm just really into this mind as a separate entity, and the fact it kind of goes hand in hand with my following the teachings of The Secret, which is that your mind is all powerful and that thoughts manifest into things. You are creating your own destiny, you're creating your own world, and your mind is this thing that does that. You're the only person holding you back, you're the only person who can make things different. And this whole kind of study on the mind being a separate entity from a biological makeup really, really intrigues me, because I wholeheartedly believe in that. I think that that's how it is, and scientifically it's proven that there is something, there's an essence, there's something there that can't be shown. The gentleman was questioned on how he would measure such a thing, and I really liked his answer, which was, how do you measure gravity? There's so many things in the scientific world that can't be measured. There's so many things in the human world that just can't be measured. It's mind-blowing what the human mind can do. And the fact that the mind isn't really studied as much as it should be. I think that we could all understand ourselves and our purpose and our being and the human race, not only just your individual purpose and things, but you would understand the human race a hell of a lot more if there was a lot more insight into the mind rather than just biology and how your body works, how the brain works, because the brain isn't working without the mind. I find it really, really intriguing. Yeah, I'll talk about some weird things.